I had a quick look at Essendon yesterday. Where have you got them? Where do you see them being
winning a final?
Winning a final. Yep. Yeah, I think you're right. They're training the house down. Everyone does in pre-season, and we talk them up. But what they are is easy to see. Their ball movement is clearly really slick, and everyone that was there yesterday to watch the practice match, I think, went to see 3 or 4 things. They went, one, to see who's not actually playing, who's still on ice, who's still on the sidelines. And I think it's a bit of a concern that Zach Reid still can't get on the park at the Bombers. Harry Jones on the sidelines as well. Stringer was being rested. He's got some groin soreness, but he still looks ripping fit. Michael Hurley, he's starting to take that shape back. He lost a lot of weight, obviously, last year, given his the infection and his concerns, his health concerns. But he's looking terrific. I don't see it too far away from joining main training. He's still doing his running program. But the thing that really caught my eye, the 2 things that caught my eye yesterday, and you don't often see a lot when you see these internal scratch matches, but the form of Dylan Shield back in as a prime centre bounce midfielder.
So he was midfield?
Yeah, his breakaway speed was just electric. We know he's quick, but his ball use yesterday was the standout feature, and we haven't always said that about him. He looks like he's back to that form of the early Essendon days, and obviously the GWS Giants. Essendon looked like they used one of their midfielders across half back. So they've got.
Give me some.
Zach Merritt, Parrish, those. I mean, we've seen Heppel play at halfback as a halfback flanker, but it's almost like they're saying we've got one too many to start in that centre bounce group of 4 every centre bounce. So they'll slide one back to a halfback flank, and it worked. I mean, it's only against themselves, so we're not trying to preempt too much, but they looked really slick yesterday. Kelly obviously found his way into that back line. It was almost a possibles versus probables type lineup. But they are deep. They got a really deep midfield now, and they really. I think they're just still waiting on maybe one more big body down back. That's why I think Zach Reid's such an important component to this build.
And Stringer didn't do much yesterday, but not too many concerns. So my only query would be around their forward structure. So Tippin Woody's been a reliable goal kicker for them this year. I wouldn't expect him certainly to play much in the first month, if at all. How do you see that forward mix, Kingy, and what did it look like yesterday, relying on some of the young guys to really take another step this year?
Yeah, and those younger guys you're talking about, Perkins and Cox, whilst they haven't put on 10 kilograms each, they look stronger in their wiry frames. So I would be surprised if they've put on less than 4 or 5 kilo. So that as you'd expect, those first couple of pre-seasons have a big impact on these guys. They're still going to rely. With Harry Jones being on the sidelines, they're still going to rely on Peter Wright to be a consistent forward of centre performer. Draper looked fantastic in the ruck. They've got enough pieces to really threaten again this year. I know all the emphasis of pre-season's been on that defensive side of the game, but what they do with the football is so special. It sort of wallpapers over some cracks.
The thing that would give me confidence, they went 2-6 in the first 8 weeks. So 2-6 they started. It's easy to forget that when the season finishes the way that it did. They've got Geelong, Brisbane, Melbourne, and Adelaide in the first month. So it is a tough month. If they can go 2-2 or 3-1 in that first month, it's going to set them up. But yeah, my expectations would be around them winning a final this year.